Okay, hello keyboard game students. Welcome to a new year of piano. This is for parents to watch, I should say, welcome parents of students. I'm going to walk you through the book, Keyboard Games, how you can help them at home, and then you will also find another video for how to use my music staff and how to access their homework. So the first thing, first of all, do not be scared of this. It's a tendonitis overuse issue, and I still can play as I'm about to demonstrate, but your child should bring this home with them. Woohoo! If I forgot to put their name on top here, which hopefully I did not forget, please with a permanent marker write that. I like to have it written right in the front. The inside actually makes it more work for us in class to find the correct book. So you're going to notice right away that there is a little page that says an incorrect file, blah, blah, blah. Don't worry about this. I will take care of this and make sure that the correct finger and hand positions are on there for you. Table of contents. This is great because you can see the CD track numbers that you're supposed to listen for. And then on Roman numeral 4, this is a very important page. Symbols used for beginning performance pieces. All right. This is important. Please look at this and please access it if you're ever like, what am I supposed to do? So fingers and hands, we tell the students which hand and which fingers on that hand to use by providing them with a picture. One important thing that I will drive home every week for the next month or two is that this is not how we play the piano. Even though the hand looks like this is just telling us which fingers to use. When we play the piano, we're going to shape our hand in a much different way. All right. As you can see, this is a left hand and this is a right hand. And you can tell from the shaded fingers which fingers are supposed to play that specific piece. If you look very closely, there's a little S1 above this and a little S2 above this one. Where you see S1, that means it's the starting finger that starts the piece. S2 is the starting finger on the other hand. If there happens to be a line drawn between two hands, those two fingers or those two hands play at the same time. So this means hands together. If you look at the piano keys, when there are two black dots or one black dot or any kind of black dot above the black keys, that is telling the student to play on the black keys. You can see it here. You can say it here. If this hand was corresponding with this second finger would be playing, would be starting on S1, and this second finger would be playing on S2 on top of the two black keys. This brings me to my next one. Here's our hand. Our thumb is finger 1. Our index finger is called 2. Middle finger 3. Ring finger 4, and pinky 5. The same thing goes for the other hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So in this picture, we are playing with fingers 2 and 3. All right. Arrows and recording. Arrows show the direction to play. So I'll show you an example of that in just a minute. And then as far as the home study CD, there are no longer CDs printed, I think, in the back of these books, but you will have access to a website where you can listen to track 1 or whichever track is being assigned. If the black dots are on white keys, that means you play on the white keys. This probably all feels like a no-brainer kind of thing for you as an adult, but it's important for you to feel really comfortable so you can help them learn their pieces. This is the first piece that they will learn. It's called the woodpecker. As you can see, it's track 1, super important for you with your listening. This tells you a little bit about how we want to feel the music and how we want to express it. It's a little soft and a little fast. That's really good to talk about with them and maybe even play around with at home. Like, what else is a little soft? What else is a little fast? How would you move a little fast? How would you touch my arm with a little soft? Etc., etc. In this picture, you will notice there are no fingers. That is not a mistake. This is called a soft fist. When we make a soft fist, I always like to tell students to make a small nest. And inside that nest, put an imaginary baby bird egg. And then curve your fingers over that baby bird egg so it doesn't get squashed. Thumb on the outside. And then turn your hand over. Right? This is a very nice way for students to learn how to keep their forearm and their wrist and their hand all level, because it doesn't really feel good to play like this, so they start to learn to play with their arm. So if you were to look at this piece, you would know that your right hand starts because it says S1. You see that there's a line connecting these 3 dots. Usually when you see a fist, that means you're going to be playing a set of black keys all together. So S1, S2. Over here in this box, this is very important, rhythm, pattern, chant. Our songs are either going to move with do-days or they're going to move with do-da-dees. This is an example of a song that says do-day. So think about like if you were saying this in Italian. My E is going to have an A sound. So here, rhythm, pattern, chant, do-day, do-day. It's a great way for you to check in with your kids by looking at this box and figuring out what it's trying to say, all right? Now, pretty much everything at this early stage is grouped in 4s because a lot of songs are grouped in 4, and not like 4/4, but like phrases. They have 4 phrases. So in this song, I'm playing on sets of 3 black keys, and because I have a picture of the whole entire keyboard at the bottom, I can really find where I start. I skip this highest set of 3 black keys, and my S1 is here. Awesome. And I can look to see where my S2 begins by looking at what I don't play, all right? My S1 says do, day, do, day. And then my S2 says the same thing. And then I play it again. Do, day, do, day, do, day, do, day. That's it. I played it 4 times. This hand, this hand, this hand, this hand. Here it is again. Do, day, 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 do, day. So, one thing that's really good is for the children to say the rhythm pattern while they're playing. And for those of you who have a piano at home, what I just did is great. If you don't, you can chant the rhythm pattern. You can listen to it. You can talk about what sets of keys it's being played on. Is this a set of 3 black keys or is this a set of 2? Is this the same or is it different? How many sets of black keys are in between the 2? Talk about all of that stuff. You also can play it in the air. Here's my S1. Here's my S2. Ready, play. Do, day, 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 do, day. That is an example of how much can go into one piece. Another thing, let your child mark up this page, please, with not markers, with crayons or colored pencils. Draw a picture of a woodpecker. Make a design around here. Listen to track 1 and make some fun colorings. Let this be their own expressive page. As long as they're not scribbling or covering anything out with like a black permanent marker, because please, no markers, that's fine with me. And as you go through the book, you're going to find different things. Rhythm, pattern, chants are going to change a little bit. We're going to start to see more with fingers. And what I'm doing right now is trying to find one that is triple meter. And here it is, floating clouds. When I say triple, I mean we have do, da, dee, do, da, dee. So my A has an ah sound and my I has an E sound. Do, da, dee, do, da, dee. If you're ever not sure, listen to the track. Each track begins with a woman saying, floating clouds, triple meter, rhythm pattern, and she will say the rhythm pattern for you. This is a great one. We're using our left hand. We're playing with our 3rd finger. My 3rd finger starts under S. There's no S1 or S2 because it's only one hand. And each dot, do-da-dee, do-da-dee. And you move between the 2. So this is something where if you do not have a piano, you get your left hand out. You think about your 3rd finger. you think about how it starts on this note and then moves this way, and you say do-da-dee, 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 do-da-dee. It's played on a set of 2 black keys. Maybe hold up your 2 hands in front of your child so they can tap your hand and move it. Maybe you can find something else for them to tap, as long as it's 2 objects, so it looks like a set of 2 black keys. Otherwise, your child would count what is not being played. I don't play here. I don't play here. I do play here. Ready and play. Do-da-dee, 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 etc., etc. So that is kind of the gist of what a keyboard games book looks like. And as we get to the end, they start to be able to play hands together. And also they get to play a couple of more melodies as we get to the end. And those come so easily because of all of the work we do in class. So as far as the improvisation part goes, on lots of different pages, I'm actually on page 30 here, you will see my story. And this is something that we sometimes do in class. You can also do at home. My story is underneath there's options for your child to circle. So the first thing they decide is where on the piano. Low, middle, or high. Okay? Next, they decide, oh, I'm going to play in the middle. Loud or soft? Oh, I want to play soft. I'm going to play really soft. So I'd circle soft. Do I want to play fast or slow? I want to play fast. And do I want to play with do-days? Or do I want to play with do-da-dees? So duple or triple? And they would circle the 1. I'm going to use do-da-dees. So middle, soft, fast, and do-da-dees. Now, this is where they get to choose. Fingers or fists. Do they want to play with 1 hand or 2? I'm going to play with 2 hands. Do-da-dee, do-da-dee. It was soft, it got a little louder at the end. It was fast, and I played my do-da-dees in the middle, and to me, it kind of sounded like somebody was walking fast. Like maybe they were even walking fast and trying to escape from something. So then, that's where you come in, or I come in, and you write that down. The girl left the building, and she was walking fast, all right? And then we say, what happened next? They have to choose different things. They choose their next line. Now they're starting to think, what did happen next? I think she started to run. So they might pick the low end for the next line. They might choose loud and fast and do-days. Now she started to run. There's my next line, all right? So this is a great thing. And if you ever see that we started something and only got a line done, pick it up where they left off. Do I expect them to remember it? Absolutely not. Like, it's supposed to change every single time. So